New all-time highs. We did it, people. Welcome back to the Crypto Report, everybody. I am Crypto Kip. Man, the timing on that music was great, wasn't it? Very much a coincidence. Welcome back, everybody. Today, Bitcoin is skyrocketing. It got to 109 and change. That is right. Just a smidge above the previous all-time high. Some people are arguing, well, 110. I saw 110 on some wicks too, but everybody's claiming all-time high today. We have a very strong Bitcoin right now, and guys, I love it. It's beautiful. We're still not quite seeing that mega altcoin season yet. However, we are starting to see some of these things start to pop off. Can you believe that today Bitcoin is at $109,000? Go back to just when we were at 70 something the other day. We're back up to 109. People don't even care right now that Bitcoin's up so high. If you're looking at like some social risk metrics, like Google search terms, we still have like so much time for there to be excitement amongst retail and the traditional market. We're not even to that moment where CNBC is going wild and crazy over Bitcoin again in this bull cycle. There's a couple reasons why we're pumping today. I want to talk about it. Talk about some of the other stories that are happening today. Bitcoin just flipped Amazon. I've been doing some trading. Right now, I'm actually a little bit in the profit on a Solana trade, which is pretty darn nice. We've got the SDC with some delays we're going to get through. I want to talk about the biggest holder of the Trump meme coin. Who do you think it is? The answer might shock you. The top trending token today is that meme coin by the president, but it's not the top moving coin. Dog with hat, fart coin. The president's meme is top 3 of movers today. Pi, artificial intelligence, Stacks getting a nice move, almost back above $1. Pepe is getting a nice little move today as well. We love to see it, but Bitcoin is up a whopping 3.37%. That's big for Bitcoin. $2 trillion market cap coin here. That is Bitcoin. That's a sensational amount of money. It is up more than Ethereum. It is up more than XRP, Binance, Solana, not Dogecoin, not Cardano, more than Tron, more than Sui, more than almost everything in the top 10 except for Dogecoin and Cardano. Well, Cardano's actually down 5% over the last week. And it does look like Bitcoin has been just outperforming everything in the top 10. And that shouldn't be a big surprise to everybody, right? We've been talking about Bitcoin dominance, still just shooting upward, okay? Still totally shooting upward, okay? But look at this Bitcoin price. Earlier this morning, I was in a Bitcoin long, and I closed it out maybe a little early, maybe not. I think I closed it out at like 107.3. I had gotten in at like 105. I closed it out at like 107.3 just because it was kind of right around these wicks over here. So I was like, okay, maybe we'll get a little rejection. Well, we didn't. We boosted up. And if you take a peek here, and that's fine, I don't care. I took a little early profit. Profit, baby. Made, I don't know, 500 bones this morning on a nice long for Bitcoin. Here we are basically right at that resistance. We did wick slightly above it. You can see that this wick is higher than this wick. There is a world where we find resistance here. However, I'm finding it hard to bet against Bitcoin right now, which is why I entered a long on Bitcoin, but we'll still acknowledge that this could be a potential level of resistance, or we could just start skyrocketing up. It's really a coin flip at this point. If you have the courage to short Bitcoin right now back down to this trend line, you could, but we might be at that moment where Bitcoin's about to explode. I don't know if shorting Bitcoin is the game right now. I think that those chances have kind of passed for now. Now, if you want to do a quick little short, you can take that play. And I like those little trades. Like right now, I'm in Solana trade, and I got in kind of towards the bottom of this weekly candle wick. I'll show you guys that trade in a second. I'm up like a nice 100 and something bucks on that trade too right now. It's a little higher leverage play. I'm probably going to close that one out here, probably in front of you guys on the stream, and just call it a day and keep hunting for more trades. If you guys want to do some trading, you could sign up for Blowfin using our link. It's in the comments for you. It's pinned in the description. All that good stuff. Let's look at some of the news stories. As Bitcoin's at 109.94, which is incredible. Absolutely incredible. Top gainers, as you can see, it's two memes. Was three. Farcoin's up there along Pi. Pi was trying to get back above $1. What's down today? A couple coins are down. Aave, which was soaring yesterday, is down a little bit today. That's what happens when they're pumping. Soon after, they will be dumping, but then maybe finding a floor and continuing to the upside. We could be coming to that altcoin season soon. Here's the headline that I think everybody's most excited about today. Bitcoin jumps to new all-time high, surpassing prior record in January. I want to highlight one specific thing in this article. Well, a couple things, actually. Bitcoin's new high has been concocted by an array of favorable ingredients in a macro cauldron, okay? Softer inflation numbers. The inflation numbers are getting slightly better. There has been a de-escalation in the U.S.-China tariff conversation. And the Moody's downgrade of U.S. sovereign debt, which is putting the spotlight on alternative sources of value like Bitcoin. What is also being said here, which I agree with, is this. It's possible that a 3-month window is open for risk assets to thrive as broader agreement between U.S. and China is thrashed out. Why a 3-month window? Because this pause on the tariff negotiations with China and U.S., it's going to be a 3-month pause, okay? And then at the end of that 3-month, could we have some trouble again? Maybe. Or are they going to get something resolved? I think likely for both governments, they want to get something resolved. So we're probably going to see them get something resolved. And then they start talking about, some upcoming catalysts. What I don't see them talking about is ETFs in here, but they are talking about corporate treasury investments, which we're probably going to see, even though Michael Saylor's lawsuit is a big lawsuit because they're doing corporate treasuries with Bitcoin, and the shareholders are going, we're suing you, which is just nuts. But we're seeing a lot of very big things come. And on top of this, you do have the vote to advance the stablecoin legislation, which we thought for a second wasn't going to get through. But now it does look like it's going to get through. At least we think it's going to get to the Congress. And then if the Congress actually approves it, boom, now we've got stablecoin information coming. And the news that we also reported, Coinbase joined the S&P 500 this week, I believe it was, which is unbelievable. And my partner on this channel, Black Sea, came out and said this. Where was the post? Bitcoin just surpassed Amazon to become the 5th largest asset in the world. Bitcoin's not done yet. What's next? Apple at 3 trillion. Okay, Bitcoin's at 2.1 trillion. Apple at 3 trillion. Nvidia at 3.275 trillion. Microsoft at 3.3 trillion. And then the next target is gold at a whopping $22 trillion market cap for gold. If Bitcoin can get as big as gold, that is a 10x for the entirety of the crypto. Actually, that's less than a 10x. Nope, that's more than a 10x for the entirety of the crypto market. Because if Bitcoin gets up to 22 trillion, our total market cap at that point would be around 40 trillion. That would be a huge move. The altcoins would have about a $20 trillion market cap at that point, predicting possibly that Bitcoin would have about 50% market dominance at that point, because we'd likely get some kind of altcoin season at that point in time. Shout out to the chat, by the way, John316. Thank you for cleaning up the chat. How's it going, Cleary's Beef? I got to call you back, man. We're playing telephone tag now, you and me. Bullped, Tayatu, what's your name? Will H-bar follow suit or will it drop? It should follow suit, but only if we get a true altcoin season starting up here, folks. Daryl says, guys, we might have just entered the era of telling our kids and grandkids that we bought Bitcoin under 100K. That's true, Daryl. It could be that time. It could be that time. Sushi Satoshi, shout out to you. Shout out to the one. Shout out to Dub Proof and GME in the chat. And who else we got? Coin Baron, a legend. I think we're having a conversation tomorrow. Coin Baron, looking forward to that. Skip and oh wait, that's a spammer. Whoops. Whoopsie. How's it going, Scott? Yeah, things are looking pretty decent right now. Bitcoin's bigger than Amazon. We're on the right track, folks. This is my Solana trade right now. Up 132 bucks on it. Got in at about 168. It's up to 172. That's pretty decent. We like to see it. So I'm probably gonna try to close that one out after the stream here. We'll see. We'll take a peek at that down yonder. Again, if you guys want to trade with us, do some trading of your own. We're making some profit right now. You can sign up for Blowfin. Check it out if you haven't done so already. The SEC delays decision on Ether staking and XRP ETFs. This is not surprising. This is as analysts expected. This is as I expected as well. Bloomberg ETF analyst James Seyffart, that's an unfortunate name, thinks the SEC is more likely to first approve a Litecoin ETF rather than the XRP ETF or a Dogecoin ETF, I guess. Because they're looking at kind of what these crypto filings that they're doing are. This is very, very interesting, guys. The U.S. and Securities Exchange Commission has delayed its decision on the Bitwise application and to add staking to its Ether exchange traded fund on Grayscale's XRP ETF bid. We're not really surprised. The SEC uses all the timeline they have to stall out approving things, even no matter how crypto friendly this SEC is. Almost all these filings for Dogecoin, for XRP, for the Ether staking have final due dates in October. An early decision would be out of the norm, said Seyffart. That's what Seyffart said. And this guy knows, all right? He's an analyst. But no, I mean, this is the facts. We've seen it time and time again. The SEC takes full time to respond to these 19B4 filings. I don't know why they take all the time, but they take all the time. That's just what they like to do. Yeah, tomorrow we've got a podcast live stream. No, not a live stream. Podcast video collab. We're going to be doing me, Black Sea, Coin Baron, and Oscar Ramos. Little chat for the Crow fam tomorrow. That's going to be nice. We're going to have fun with that. Looking forward to catching up. We're probably not going to see approvals early. We're probably going to see all these things coming in Q4. So, this is news that might get you a little spooked out today, but forget about this. Look at the price of Bitcoin and just enjoy it. Just enjoy it, guys. Just enjoy this price action and don't worry about this SEC decision delay. This is classic stuff. This was a very interesting story to me. This was quite surprising news. So Justin Tron, okay? Or Justin's son, the founder of Tron, okay? Crypto billionaire says that he is the biggest owner of Trump's meme coin. Can you believe that? He is going to attend the dinner with the president. What we haven't seen is any kind of partnership between World Liberty Finance and Tron, which is very interesting. World Liberty Finance has gotten a $30 million contribution from Tron, which was very interesting to me. Why do I know that? Well, here you go. I mean, this is kind of old news, actually. Sun also this week disclosed a $30 million investment in World Liberty Financial, a cryptocurrency project backed by the U.S. president and his family. This is kind of interesting. Last year, he was charged by the U.S. SEC for offering and selling unregistered securities, and now he's cozying up to the president. This is the same man, by the way, that bought the $6.2 million banana taped to the wall, if you remember. This man, who is Justin's son, I didn't know this about him. He was a former permanent representative of Grenada to the WTO, to the World Trade Organization. He's 34. He's worth $8.5 billion. He's the founder of Tron. And he bought the $6 million banana, contributed $30 million to World Liberty Finance. And he is the number one holder of the Trump meme coin, and he's going to dinner with the president. What do you think they're going to talk about? You think we're going to see some kind of deal? As the top holder, I'm excited to connect with everyone, talk crypto, and discuss the future of the industry. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. And this is what, government officials are complaining about, that you can buy a seat with the president, and they think, foreign interests are going to be getting tangled up. And anybody had a chance to buy it. So I don't know. Is it fair? I don't know. This meme coin, we're not going to hear the end of this right now. We still got cool guitars. Who's this guy? This guy's got cool guitars. I like that guy's background right there. Anyway, Justin Sun making quite big headlines today. And we did hear the news that, yes, the major crypto bill advances. But skeptics, Senator Elizabeth Warren sees a slow-moving car crash. People don't like it. Look at the language used here by CNN. There is a, quote, first of its kind crypto bill making progress through the Senate that you're going to be tempted to snooze on, because it's about stablecoins, which is a subcategory of crypto, a parallel financial system almost no one understands. And B, opponents are focusing the criticism on corruption, which may be accurate, but perhaps you're tired of reading all the news about the president's family's alleged use of power, presidency, and how to make we are tired of reading all the news of I'm tired of that news. I want to focus on crypto, but this is a big story, but we still do have haters calling it a slow-moving car crash. So be aware of it, but don't be worried about it. I don't think. Not financial advice. We do see, interesting. Vivek Ramaswamy's Strive, is looking to build its Bitcoin holdings by purchasing distressed Bitcoin claims at a discount, started with claims tied to 75,000 Bitcoin at the bankrupt crypto exchange Mt. Gox. Very interesting. Strive said in a May 20th regulatory filing that it partnered with 117 Castel Advisory Group to target claims to Bitcoin that have received definitive legal rulings but are still waiting distribution. Vivek Ramaswamy, that guy was a presidential candidate. His company trying to buy some Bitcoin. Everybody's trying to buy some Bitcoin right now. Are you surprised that Bitcoin is as high as it is? That would be shocking to me if you were surprised that Bitcoin is as high as it is right now. After every single thing that we share with you every single day. John 316 says, I remember we thought Bitcoin would go down to 64K. I felt it. I felt it was possible. I was saying it was possible. I was feeling there was days where I thought it was going to happen. But that's the thing about crypto. When you are feeling the lows, when you are feeling the fear, that is always the time to buy. And that's what we said time and time again. When you feel these lows, those are trading opportunities for sure, but they're most importantly buying opportunities. The reason I entered this Solana trade right here, guys, was because I saw that Solana was down and it was sold off. I didn't buy it at its highs. I bought it closer to the lows. It was all the way up to 184. Back in the beginning of the month, it came down this month to 160. What did I get in? 167. So I entered a quite aggressive 25x long actually the other day because I kind of just had a feeling. About it. And that feeling was right. We did also have this. So these stories are kind of getting crazy, guys. Wanted to share it with you. Kind of unbelievable. Oh, man, my screen sharing just died. Bummer. U.S. Tourist says Bitcoin XRP. This guy lost Bitcoin and XRP worth 123K stolen after a ride with a fake Uber in London. How did this happen? An American tourist. He went to a club. He was bragging about his crypto, likely. And then he got into an Uber. The Uber driver offered him fake Uber driver offered him a cigarette that was laced with something that basically knocked him unconscious. And they stole his $123,000 in crypto. You need to protect yourself. We see a theme happening. Be careful. Shut your mouth when you're in public, and just live life and enjoy privately your crypto gains. Focus, focus. Okay? Be careful out there. We did also have this story that I wanted to share with you. India's Supreme Court says crypto should be regulated, not banned. So we've seen crypto get squashed, or squashing crypto. We've seen India squash crypto, not really like crypto. We've seen stories like that a lot. Okay. From India, we have. But now they're changing their tune because the world is paying attention. Okay, the world is paying attention to crypto. And so is India now. And so is India now. Excuse me, guys. I got to fix my screen here. Boom. Got it. Okay. All right. Give me 1 second, guys. All right. Well, okay. We'll just do it this way then. Kind of sloppy. Sorry, guys. Okay. So hopefully you can see my screen. India's Supreme Court says crypto should be regulated, not banned. Beautiful story right there. What else do I got for you? Altcoin season. You're not seeing it yet, folks. Okay. You're just not seeing it yet. Those are all the news stories I have for you. Okay. So anyway, really happy with this trade right now. Up $140 on it. I'm going to close this thing out when we're done with the live stream, but let's go ahead and unshare the screen and let's do a little conversation. Okay. Sushi Satoshi says, Grant Cardone planning to buy commercial real estate in Illinois with Bitcoin. Very interesting. Very interesting. Dale Young says, yeah, don't talk about how many coins you have, especially with your Uber driver. Absolutely. Isn't that crazy? Quentin Barron says, buying the dip was worth it. Papa says, good morning. How you doing? Alts are starting to move a tiny bit because when Bitcoin moves, the alts are going to move. The thing is, though, the alts aren't moving as fast as Bitcoin. Bitcoin is still outperforming these alts. See clears beef. See you, Mr. Beefy. Okay, let's do this. Boom, stop share. Let's see if we can. All right, well, let's look at this chart anyway. So there's Bitcoin at 109,174. Let's take a peek at this. Okay, let's get a little bit closer. All right, so we got our 15-minute candles here. Look at this right here, guys. Look at this right here. Do you think we are going to break through again here? Do you guys think we're going to break through again here? Wouldn't that be spectacular if we did? Let's look at our total market cap, see what's cooking there. Yeah, total market cap's boosting. I did tell you guys, and here you have it, that this total market cap could easily retest off of this 3.15 trillion dollar level. It did. So we got the bounce, and we are getting a full-on bounce for the crypto market. Look at this. Total market cap kind of breaking through here. Yeah, altcoins are probably going to play a little catch up today. You might even see altcoins come up to like our total market cap come up to like this 3.5 level overnight today, possibly. Bitcoin dominance still shooting up. How's Pepe doing today? Pepe is doing fine. Probably going to revisit this level. Where is Solana going to go from here? Maybe I'm going to hang out my Solana trade. I think we might see Solana get up to like 199 here. This is possible, guys. This is very, very possible. Crow had some pretty decent news. I got a Crow video coming for you guys later today. And tomorrow with Coin Baron in the chat, I do have a Crowcast coming for you guys. So stay posted on that. How's it going around town? Says, what up, Kip? Debating on having a steak at a restaurant or making it in the backyard on the grill. Yeah, man, make it on the grill in the backyard. What else is being said in the chat? You tell us. You tell us. I think that we could see. I think we could see these things ripping right now. I mean, I think we're in the pump factory times. I think we're in that pump factory, KDR. We're looking good right now. We have the tariff pause. Why? Not hearing why it'll happen. What will happen, but not hearing why it'll happen. Why is the tariff pause? The inflation data is getting better. We kind of went through some of that, and you're seeing Bitcoin explode, so altcoins are likely going to catch up. However, unless we get the Fed to cut rates, we're probably not going to see Bitcoin dominance start to fall down, which means we're not really going to get an altcoin season. But if Bitcoin's pumping, your altcoins are going to pump as well. So we're kind of getting an everything pump. That's why I think our total market cap is going to go up. That's why I think Solana can go to 199. I think that's a pretty decent explanation, I'd say. TDF Blast, and not financial advice, by the way, for the record. You got to make your own choices here, folks. TDF Blast says, can we see a dollar crow this month and next month? No, sir. We can't see it that soon, but we can see it in this bull market, I believe. We got 122 you guys watching right now. Do me a favor, tap that like. I know you guys are enjoying these highs today, as am I. But yeah, definitely cooking a steak in the backyard is better than the steakhouse. I can cook a steak better than the steakhouse. And that's not bragging. I just think I think a lot of people can. You just got to give it a go. It's way better to cook a steak at home. You get a big hunk of meat. It's way less expensive. That's the best part about it. I'd rather put that money in crypto. You know what I'm saying? Look at Pepe. Is Pepe going right now? Is Pepe going right now? It's getting a little boost. What do we got on the 15-minute candles? Yeah, it's getting a boost right now. Nice. Nice. Oh, yeah. It's starting to move. Oh, Bitcoin's starting to move again, too. There you go. Bitcoin, gosh, back to the highs. Look at this, guys. Look at this right now. Oh, it's beautiful. 109.4, 109.5. Oh, we're new highs, more highs. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. How high can we go? We get to see 120 live on stream. Wouldn't that be crazy? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. When you zoom out, look at the strength of this recovery for Bitcoin here. What an incredible recovery this was. What an incredible recovery. So many people gave up right here, guys. Brutal. This is why you DCA in. Look where we are. Absolutely beautiful. We are ripping right now. Absolutely ripping. Spectacular. You gotta love it. Soul trade still climbing. Beautiful. I don't even have a big position here. I just got it's big leverage. I did a 25x leverage. I don't typically do those. I entered this morning. Felt pretty good about it. You want to do some trading? You can sign up for Blowfin. Man, oh man. I saw a tweet from Michael Saylor today, and he said, if you're not buying Bitcoin at all-time highs, you're leaving money on the table. What an aggressive strategy. I love it. I love it. I think it's hilarious, and I think it's awesome. All right, what else is going on? How's it going, Joyce? How's it going, Universal Fungi? New all-time high live on stream. We love it. How many months do you think we have for this bull run? Well, I mean, it is what? May. So we got April, or May, June, July, August, September, October. I mean, we could have a 6-month bull market here. At least, I think the end of the bull market's in October, guys. That's the way, man. Grilling in the backyard with the homies. Look at this. Man, it is still going. Woo! Look at it go. Quick liquidations. That's what happens. Gorgeous. KDR says, focus on Bitcoin dominance as the indicator. You'll be late to the party. Well, I mean, we've been talking about DCAing into altcoins and Bitcoin, and we are certainly not late to this party. KDR says, pretty intuitive that Bitcoin will continue to rise. More and more is being taken off the table. Cold stored. Eventually, there will be no more left to mine. And we will have supply shock. Absolutely. I mean, that's why we're here. You know, it's better than gold in that regard. You know, it's clearly getting gobbled up. The supply is going bye-bye. Papa says not to be bearish, but Bitcoin has gone down 16K before. Yeah, I mean, it's also gone up 16K before. Here it is, 109. We're going to 110 right now. TDF says, thank you, bro. Let's hope Crow wins this bull market. I think crypto wins this bull market, and I think Crow joins the ride. Pretty good. BSS says, my Pepe position looking great again. I love to hear it. Joyce R says, fun fact, won a front row seat and meet and greet with Alice Cooper last night. Wow, that's pretty cool. What was that? Like, how'd you win that? That's pretty cool. Here we go. 1097. Beautiful. Beautiful. I do wish that I kept that trade open. That's a bummer. That's a bummer. But hey, profit's profit. Profit's profit. I'd be up double. It's okay. I'm not going to open one right now. I feel like we are probably going to hit some kind of pausing point. I think there will be one more chance or 2 or 10 to get another scoop at this level. I'll be honest too. I still wouldn't be surprised if some kind of grand retest happened at like 100. However, like we could just totally keep pumping. Let's just keep pumping. Forget that retest stuff. This is such a strong move, guys. This looks like it wants to go absolutely parabolic. I mean, this is such a strong move for Bitcoin right now. It's just beautiful. You know what? There could be a retest at like 107. That's what I would look for. Something around there. If news outlets mass report in the Bitcoin all-time high, that could be a contributor for altcoin season. It has to be really viral, though. Well, at some point, typically that happens. KDR got some good comments today. Typically, that does happen at some point in this bull market. We're just waiting for it. I mean, this is kind of a parabolic move for Bitcoin. I mean, this is a crazy move for Bitcoin. To come up since April 9th to today, it's up 47% in 43 days. That's insane. That's huge for Bitcoin. But what we really want is to see it on our altcoins. I know. All love to you as well. And Dexter, appreciate you tuning in. Did you tap that like button for us? Did you guys subscribe to the channel? Hope everybody's doing wonderful today. We're grooving. We're moving on up with those BTC prices, my friends. We're looking pretty darn good right meow. Gotta love it. Wonder what's going to happen next week at the Bitcoin event in Vegas next week. I don't want to be a party pooper, but what I have noticed is that on these events, the price action slows down. We're never ripping through new highs at any of these conferences, which is weird. So we're ripping ahead of it, and maybe we'll get a little slowdown during conference would be my guess. I just think we see that over and over again. But man, I think this is the bull market where we're breaking 200. We might even see 300K in this cycle. This is very exciting, guys. This is very, very exciting, folks. KDR says that's the fun part about crypto. It's almost 100% based on market sentiment. So when you have a viral event, that's the time. That's totally beautiful. And, you know, the opposite, right? So like when everybody's bearish, man, that is the screaming time to buy. And that is a great time to, frankly, short at the beginning of the fear. At the beginning of the fear is a great time to short. I wonder if this is a short squeeze. Let's see. Can I see that? Almost $200 on that Solana trade. Very nice. Very nice. You guys want to trade? You can sign up for Blowfin. Check it out. Check it out if you want to check it out. Papa says crypto to the moon. A couple shorts getting squeezed today. Nothing crazy right now. Man, that was a ridiculous day of short squeezes, though, back on May 7th. That was wild. Yep, it's that same feeling. Bitcoin rips, and then eventually the altcoins come along for the ride. Kind of cool. Kind of cool, people. Can I explain what a short squeeze is? Yeah, it's when the people that are betting that Bitcoin's going to go down and the positions that they have open, those trades they've got open saying price of Bitcoin's going to go down. It's when those trades lose. It's when the price goes up and they get liquidated and it triggers buy orders the opposite direction to the upside. And when that happens and there's a lot of leverage that's in there betting the market's going to go down, the more leverage is out there, the more people are betting that Bitcoin's going to go down and they get stopped out and they get squeezed and they get liquidated, the higher Bitcoin shoots up. That has the opposite effect. A long squeeze is the opposite. What are your thoughts on technicals just being a self-fulfilling prophecy where traders see an indicator, then trade in that direction, causing it to actually happen? Yeah, I agree with you as well. I agree with you. Yeah, I totally agree with you. I think that there's a lot of there's a lot of different things that go into price action, right? Emotions. I think that the technicals work because the technicals influence people's emotions, and then it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. I even, to a certain point, believe in the moon cycles. Ripple did not buy Circle yet. They're talking about it. It's deep explaining when the hands go up. Yeah, deep explaining. We're explaining and the hands are in the air and we're doing this and there's over here, but there's over here too. And so we explain it. And when you bring it together, right? Because then you got it. Now you know. Oh, there it is. We bring it together. So that's what we got. If you had to choose a Cronos meme coin, which one would it be? These days it'd be Caw again. Caw and Mary are the top two, but I'd pick Caw over Mary at this point. Yep. Even though I don't like destruction. I like David a lot. Don't like destruction, but to be honest, I'm not interested in Cronos memes. I'm a little Cronos. Cronos memed out. Made good money on Caw. Didn't do so well on Mary. And you know what? That's fine. But kind of focused on the big plays right now. The more money you make too, the less risk you need to take. That's awesome. That's awesome. I can't wait to teach my kid all that silly stuff. We don't have any of that yet. All right, guys. Enjoy the pump. It's looking good right now. Feeling good, looking good. Thumbs up. You want to trade with me and Black Sea? We're doing a lot of trading on Blowfin. You can sign up as well. Up to a $5,000 deposit bonus when you do. That's all I got in this one. I'm Crypto Kip. This is the Crypto Report. See you in the next one, guys. Peace.